Hello guys, NautoAisDx here. So this is gonna be part two on my thoughts on the Power Ranger shows in general from 1993 all the way to 2018. So in my previous video I did mention that if you notice, starting with Power Rangers Samurai all the way to Ninja Steel, they had a two-season pattern. It was Samurai, Super Samurai, Mega Force, Super Mega Force, Dino Charge, Super Dino Charge, and Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel. Yeah, at first, from what I heard, I thought it was that according to Saban, it was they said that the reason why there was Samurai and Super Samurai was they said, "Oh, we got the rights so late and we've already started doing production, so they needed more time." Some people said, "Okay, fine," because it was like 20 episode, next season 20 episode, and all of a sudden you notice Mega Force, and then Super Mega Force, Dino Charge, then Super Dino Charge. Like, okay, why are you doing this? And from what, and then apparently the real reason why they're doing it is that it was revealed that somebody from an insider, I got it from the internet, some source. Again, I could be wrong. Was that Nickelodeon basically told Saban that the policy rule to put Power Ranger on Nickelodeon is to only have 20 episodes per year. So, of course, Super Sentai, they're like 40, close to 50. Usually Power Ranger in the Saban era, and then of course the Disney era were close to 30, even 34, 35, something like that. I mean, it's shorter than Super Sentai, but it's good enough for a full season. But apparently, I don't know, it's Nickelodeon's rule. You can go up to only 20, so you have Samurai, and then you get a break, and then Super Samurai. So 20 episodes per year, plus one special. So for a while, people say, okay, fine, maybe it's not that bad. But when Mega Force and Super Mega Force, which is Go Sanger and Go Geiger, yeah, it was just crap. Story was crap, and I say, okay, what, is it forever they're gonna do this? And at the time, from what I heard, it is. So that was the reason. My opinion about it, kind of stupid, but again, like, what can Saban do if Nickelodeon's selling them? All I can say to Nickelodeon, that's a stupid rule. Why? Like, I don't get it, but from what I heard, because of the kids, of course, Power Rangers are for kids. I'll talk about it later. They said they want kids to watch their show because that's business, but they also try to encourage kids that going outside, morale stuff, go outside, exercise, do something, rather than just sit on your ass, eat potato chip, and watch TV. So, I mean, some weird stuff, but I kind of get it, the aspect of business and, of course, morale. But in the case when you're trying to shove it 20 episodes per season, it just doesn't work. Oh my gosh, so that's the reason also why sort of Power Ranger was sucking because of that 20 episode rule, and it is unfortunate Nickelodeon basically, or Saban, revealed up to the year 2021, so it's 3 years that Saban and Nickelodeon are still partnering with Power Rangers. So it's kind of weird. 3 years, like a lot of people did say, what, 3 years? So does that mean they're gonna stop doing the 20 episode per season, or is this gonna be a short season? Who knows? A lot of people said that. A lot of suggestion was, why don't you go to Cartoon Network? Why don't you go back to Disney, which is probably gonna be weird? Or for crying out loud, go to Netflix. Yeah, I would go Netflix, but again, there's some downs and up. Cartoon Network, I'm probably gonna guess, probably gonna be cost a lot of money. And of course, there's no more Saturday morning cartoon or television shows. Usually it's just cable. Disney, well, Disney used to have the rights, so it's kind of weird. And if you go with Netflix, I guess the rule with Netflix is that the season has to be full before they can put it up. They can't just put episodic. I think that's the rule, but there have been a lot of exception from what I heard. But they do prefer to have all the full season on Netflix. It's just Netflix rule. I mean, for crying out loud, you can also put it on Hulu, but as of right now, until 2021, they're still working with Nickelodeon, in my opinion. Kind of sucky, but maybe might change. And why do I say that? So the transition part here is in 2019. So of course, if you, I told you the story in my other video, Bandai and Saban no longer going to be partnership in 2019. Hasbro's taking over, and with that, also in 2019, they have a new logo. So what does that mean with a new logo? So my one of my guests probably is a common thing. Probably a lot of people probably say the same thing is that Saban and the Power Ranger are trying to rebrand. They're trying to rebrand it. Maybe it's going to be better. And the next one apparently is going to be is they're going to the adaptation. They call it Power Ranger Beast Morpher, but the adaptation is Go Buster. So at first when I heard about it, like, how do you know it's Go Buster? I mean, is there any proof like that? And then after a while I did some research on the internet, read some comments. Yeah, it kind of look like it is sort of Go Buster, and here's the reason. One, the synopsis for Power Ranger Beast Morpher. It kind of fits Go Buster. One, basically new technology where heroes fuse with beast DNA to become Power Ranger. Okay, so Go Buster, Spy, they may be. It's an animal theme. The cheetah, rabbit, and gorilla. Second one they said was never seen uniform or outfit and Power Ranger, new type of leather suit, armor, uniform, whatever they call it. What do you think about Go Buster? Yes, they're not spandex. The costume is actually leather. That's the weird thing. It's actually leather, so again, kind of fit to the synopsis to Go Buster. Excuse me. And the third thing that people said is good for Go Buster is yes, as kind of Pixel Dad said on his video about Power Ranger and Bandai, they had a closed door meeting with a selective group, and they did show like what is going to be the adaptation for the next one for 2019. They showed the Power Rangers or the Super Sentai, and it was Go Buster. So I kind of see it why it's going to Go Buster. What I thought about it, Power Rangers, Power Ranger. I mean, kind of makes sense. You know, now you can do spy, maybe a sci-fi technology because, I mean, they could also go with Q Ranger, but that was basically Star Trek in Japan as a theme. That's what's like Space Constellation, and the Robos are basically based on Star Constellation. So that Star Trek that could also work, but I hope. But this is what I hope. Beast Morph is not going to be the first half is Go Buster, and then all suddenly it's Q Ranger. Oh man, no, no, please, by the love of God, no. At least have like a 30 or so episode per year, but I don't know if Nickelodeon is gonna be hard ass. Excuse the language. Excuse me. I'm a little bit sick, so bear with it. So like I said, I don't know. So hopefully it's gonna be maybe in 2019 they're gonna change their like what's the word I'm looking for? Their structure. That's what I'm trying to say. Remember, in 2018, there's going to be Power Ranger Morphicon number 5 or 6. I don't really follow it that much, but it's a convention for Power Ranger. So, again, my thoughts about the 2 season thing with the Neo Saban era kind of suck, but business is business. My thoughts about Go Buster being the next one. I don't really don't care which one. As long as the story's good, hopefully. And no Victor and Monty. I mean, the story has to be. I mean, I can understand cheesiness, and I'll explain it later. But hopefully, the story's a little bit good, like lighthearted but good, kind of like Transformer Robot in Disguise, which is a sort of sequel to Transformer Prime. That could be a different story. So something like that, like kind of serious but lighthearted, and maybe 30, 40 episodes if possible. Again, we'll see. So it doesn't matter which one. I don't care whether it's Go Buster, Q Ranger, or U Ranger, which is the Q Minecraft Power Ranger, which is weird, but doesn't matter. Excuse me. So I just have to wait and see. So here's the thing about it. Okay, so I'm probably complaining because, like I said, maybe I'm an old fogey. I think it's just the jokes. And the script is just not working for me because I'm too old. I'm in my late 40s. I'm still watching Power Ranger because I grew up watching Power Ranger. So with that said, I gotta understand that Power Ranger ever since 1993 is towards kids no matter what. It doesn't matter what generation of kids they are, it is always going to be kids. The adults who like Power Ranger, who grew up watching Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, who grew up following Jason, Tommy, Kimberly, Billy, Zach, Adam, oh shoot, Carlos, I think that's the guy's name, Aisha, etc., etc., etc. Those actors, those characters, not the new ones. But a lot of the fans kind of also respect the new ones because they're the new generation of Power Ranger. They represent the new ones. So again, I can understand that. But again, Power Ranger, no matter what, it is towards kids, so I can understand that. But a lot of people kind of said, even Mr. Winnie Productions kind of said, and I agree, is even so it's supposed to be for kids, at least make a good story. Don't dumb it down because kids think, dumb. No, kids are smart. And they can understand the story. I know not so much like adult type story, but something like reality that they can relate to. But the thing like in Power Ranger Ninja Steel, it's like the Victor and Monty character. I know they're supposed to be like bullies or people with egotistic. I mean, kind of like Buck and Skull, but the difference is Buck and Skull kind of work. Victor and Monty doesn't really work. It's just okay. Here's these bully people. Of course, they're gonna do something stupid, like the latest episode I watched. It's gonna be a little bit of spoiler here, but the second episode, the guy had a crush with this one girl, which is spoilers a monster. They concoction a cowboy type cologne that's apparently it's supposed to smell like and the result is, excuse the language, it smells like shit. Like, really? So I know they're bullies, but are there going to be always like a mishap? Like that's always their thing. I know they're bully, but it's 2017. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like Book and Skull kind of work, and also another type of bully type characters in Dino Thunder. I forgot their name, but it was a guy and a girl, and I know the girl also played as a villain in Ninja Storm. But at least those are like you want to hate them, but at the same time they're not that jerky and they're not that stupid. No, but Victor and Monty, it's just okay. Oh, there they are. They're stupid. Let's see what stupid thing they're gonna do. Oh, cologne that smells like shit. Oh, stupid glasses, and Victor can't see squat. So, there's a bench. He set up paint. Like, really, or chili, or I don't know. It's like, oh my gosh, dude. See, again, is that like? Could that relate to kids? I don't know. I mean, I remember Jason David Frank said, Power Ranger is corny because kids like corny stuff because they like mac and cheese. So I can understand that to some extent. That funny, it's good. Corny, yeah, because the kids, no matter what, they like it, especially the action part. But to some extent, I have to a little bit disagree a bit to Jason David Frank. Yes, kid likes corny stuff, but do kids really like stupid stuff like Teen Titans stuff or Ren and Stimpy stuff? I don't know. I'm just putting it up there. I don't know. If I were when I was a kid, well, maybe a bit because I know kid likes comedy stuff, but stupidity comedy like Teen Titan Go like that, it's like. Yeah, so, I mean, I can understand it's meant for kids, but, I mean, the quality has to be there. That's why the Disney one had a better story, in my opinion, than the Neo Saban one. But I can understand where they're coming from. So, in overall, what do I think about the Neo Power Rangers in general? First, the Saban era, they were good. I sort of could relate it as I grew up. The Disney era, same thing. They had a little bit of darker story. Even so, I was in college, I could relate to the story. Still have that kid-friendly. When it comes to Power Ranger, the Neo Saban era, Samurai was okay. Of course, they're following the Japanese Ranger. Dino Charger was okay, in my opinion. But when it came to Ninja Storm, there's a reason why it's the lowest ratings. Yeah, that's when I was lost. I stopped buying the toys. I'm like, every time I watch the show, I just cringe. Every time we see Victor and Monty, I'm like, oh, by the love of all Power Ranger, please, Jordan, save me from this atrocity. I don't know. I mean, maybe Monty and Victor, they'll probably do something good in the end of Super Ninja Steel. I don't know. The stories kind of get cheesy again, but it was extreme cheesy. But I did a good thing about the Power Ranger. Yes, the Battleizers. Those are always awesome. I don't know why they stopped doing it, but that's always awesome. Even in the Disney era, there was Battleizer for Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, SPD, Mystic Force, even Operation Overdrive, and excuse me, the Battleizer was so popular that in one episode or not even an episode, a movie in Japan in Super Sentai, I think Maho Sentai Magic Ranger versus Deca Ranger, and the exclusive on that one was SPD Red Ranger or Deca Red. Basically, it's a new mode called Battleizer, but of course, after a while, they never brought it back. But kinda, it's like, oh, Battleizer. So I like the Battleizer, but I don't know why they stopped. Let's see, when did they stop? Oh, RPM, they stopped it on Jungle Fury. I think there was a Battleizer, I can't really remember, but I know RPM they stopped, and then of course Samurai they did, but then from Megaforce, Super Megaforce, and so on, they got rid of Battleizer. All right, so anyway, another thing about it, okay, the Battleizer was cool. Oh, yeah, I can't forget, Light Speed Rescue, Power Ranger Rescue Ranger. Power Ranger Light Speed Rescue, that's what I'm trying to say. Again, I'm sick, bear with it. They had an exclusive American 6 Ranger, Titanium Ranger, which is an original Ranger that's never been in Super Sentai. And it's so stupid, it's not even in Mega Force or Super Mega Force, and he wanted to go, but they didn't invite him. Like, wow, Jonathan, are you that stupid? But anyway, that was a cool thing. And then in, well, Jungle Fury, they had Spirit Ranger, which is based on the bat, elephant, and what's the other one? Elephant, bat, cheetah? No, I don't know. Not really. I didn't like Jungle Fury that much, but you get the idea. Yeah, I mean, there was some exclusive. And then in the Neo Saban era, it's Samurai. They had some cool outfit, like their Mega Mode or Samurai Super Mode. Looks so awesome. That could have been in Japan a quote-unquote super mode. And then in Dino Charge, they had the battery charger, and then super mode, mega mode, super mode. Again, that was awesome, but it barely utilized, only in a quote-unquote in a cockpit. That was it. I'm like, you could have used that against the enemy, but of course, I don't know. Like, the best one was, I have to admit, Super Samurai. That was awesome. The Battleizer was actually awesome, especially when the cannon and the sword, like the weird new sword, you combine the two, it becomes a spear. That was awesome. There you go. Weapons were so awesome. And Super Dino Charge had this weird revolver sword, and it looked cool. It was okay. And then in Ninja Steel, Super Ninja Steel, if it wasn't for the story, it would have been good because Super Ninja Mode, Mega Ninja Mode, or whatever. The costume looks awesome. It could be like Super Sentai Super Mode, and the chainsaw blade, looks awesome. I have to admit it. The dragon gun cannon, again, it looks so awesome. And then another one is so stupid that it was a missed opportunity in my opinion. Red Bot. They had a human-sized red, like Shinobi Mar, which is the red Ninja, Aka Ninja, whatever. It's a Red Ranger, Ninja, if you know what I mean. He pilots Shinobi Maru. It's like a small robot ninja. And that's what Red Bot is. He's just a robot who hangs around with Broly. He could have been, oh my gosh, he could have been a Shinobi Maru, or he could be like Red Robo Ninja Steel Megazord robot thing. again, a missed opportunity in my opinion. When I saw the preview, like, oh my god, there's a human-sized Shinobi Maru. Maybe he'll turn into Shinobi Maru. Nope, he's just there as a sidekick. I mean, I don't think he's bad, but oh my gosh, he should have been Shinobi Maru, and then maybe Levi has his own partner, Rodeo Maru, or let's just call him Blue Bot. If they had a Blue Bot, oh my gosh, dude! Like you got this cool costume that's been exclusive to Power Ranger, but it hardly was utilized. That's the sucky part that kind of disappointed me. Redbot could have been Shinobi Maru. He could grow up to grow big as Shinobi Maru. The armors that could be used outside of the fighting. No, they were just exclusive to the cockpit. I'm like, oh my gosh, the weapons were cool, but oh my gosh, I don't know. Like there's some rule by Toei. I mean, they weren't really this like restrictive or restricted. That's what I'm trying to say on the Saban era. I don't know what's going on. So I mean, hopefully, like I said, Power Ranger Beast Morpher. Maybe the rebranding the Power Ranger maybe get better. I hope. So I mean, is Ninja still Super Ninja still a lost cause? In my opinion, I hate to say it. Yes, I'm not knocking on the actors, the people they put their heart in it, because there's some cool actors. One, I mean, Peter Sudaharo is a very passionate about Power Ranger. He loves Power Ranger. I mean, for crying out loud, he's in charge of the tabletop game Power Ranger Hyperforce. He's like the Red Ranger there. Has nothing to do with the Power Ranger, but the same universe. I mean, I don't know. So, I mean, another one I just forgot I want to mention is Mick. If people don't know who Mick is, he was Boone in SPD. He was the gnome in Mystic Force. A actor in the Disney era was in Saban. And the best part is, he's like their mentor, their advisor. Plus, the guy finally, he's a Power Ranger. If you don't know what I meant there, is that in an episode in SPD, he was the orange SPD Ranger. Of course, it was false. It was, it was made up. He was pretending to be a Power Ranger. And then now, fast forward to Ninja Steel, he's a Power Ranger. He's actually a Power Ranger, and that's really awesome. But, I mean, it's awesome. A lot of Disney, well, not a lot of, but some Disney actors basically coming back to the Neo Saban era. So, I mean, it's awesome. Yeah, so I've been rambling a lot about this thing, and like I said, it's just really unfortunate. Hopefully, again, Beast Morpher should be good in 2019. Again, I just have to wait and see. Of course, the MorpherCon's coming this August. They're probably going to show something. And like I said, I know these people put their heart and soul, but I know the business, and maybe don't have a lot of money, but they gotta step it up at least. I mean, they gotta step it up, because right now, Tommy or Jason David Frank have always been saying that Saban has a heart for the Power Ranger. He has a passion. I mean, I would like to believe Jason David Frank about that, but what it's showing is not. Again, maybe it's just a business. I can understand. Kind of like EA with Star Wars Battlefront 2, business. Because passion doesn't always pay the business. Passion doesn't pay the bill. That's what I'm trying to say. Who knows? Alright, so yeah, this is like an epic vlog. I do apologize, but I have a lot of things to say about it. Hopefully I don't have to talk about this. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Power Ranger series in general. They were good in the beginning with the Saban era. When it came to the Disney, it was actually good, but with the Neo Saban, maybe the business, they're trying to catch up. I don't know. It was going down, especially with Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel. I don't know. So yeah, those are my thoughts about it. So with that, thanks for listening.